There's a drive way back. It might be. It could be. It is. Holy cow. Welcome to another broadcast of Bricks Behind the Ivy.
Hey, Cub fans, welcome to another episode of Bricks Behind the Ivy. Thank you so much to our awesome sponsors, Wrigleyville Sports, the best sports store in Wrigleyville, and Yagi Road Roasting Company, based in Valparaiso, Indiana, serving cups of coffee just as special as the moments you drink them in.
Hello, welcome to Bricks Behind the Ivy.
Hey, Cub fans, we are watching game one of the marathon today. Just got done finishing up with the Bleacher Punch. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you're leaving some message in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. If you're new to Bricks Behind the Ivy, make sure you're checking us out wherever podcasts are, or go to the Bleacher Punch Network on YouTube and check out our page there. Thanks so much for joining us. We are here in the bottom of the first inning of game number one stateside, as Cubs are already 0-2. And we are watching Justin Steele go to work. And yeah, a quick first inning for the Chicago Cubs, as you know, they did not put up a bunch offensively. And yeah, we were going to, let me just share the Baseball Savant page. Big fan of, sharing that page. I like all the stats that come on here. It kind of gives us a good idea of, what's going on. Thanks for joining the stream as we, start with game number one. I'm going to adjust my camera here for a second, get you kind of more intimately in my space as I'm watching the game. And it is very quickly 1-0 Diamondbacks on a single. Not the best start for Mr. Steele. Tatel hit that double with a 940 expected batting average, and Corbin Carroll lined out. Josh Naylor didn't hit that ball particularly hard, but yeah, the Cubs leaving some men on last inning after a walk and an error. And here we are, the Cubs are already trailing 1-0 as Steele has been hit pretty hard this inning. 50% of the balls in play have been hard contact. And this is kind of continuing a trend from his last spring training starts as we, continue to look to see, what's going on with Justin. So. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. If you are tuning in, welcome to our watch along. Yeah, I think we were talking about on the Bleacher Bunch. Like, this is a tough matchup for the Cubs. The Diamondbacks are very fast. Last year, I talked about in my preview for Cubs Insider 3 Up, 3 Down. Diamondbacks struck out the fourth least times in 2024 as a team. So they put the ball in play a lot. They don't strike out. So that's going to be a challenge. And they also hit lefties very well. And the Cubs have a lot of lefties lined up potentially in the series, with Sunday being kind of the TBD at the moment, as Sarah Sanchez had brought up an excellent point of there's a potential there that, they're looking at, trying to start Brown so that depending on how the series is going, you're not giving them three lefties if they're really hitting your lefties super hard. So. Oh man, yeah, it's nice to have. I think there's some irony if you're looking at the stats here. The 76 mile per hour exit velocity, the lightest hit ball in the inning, is the one that drove in the run. But yeah, that first hit was smoked by Marte for a double. Brett Shaw snags that one. All right, only one run. Let's see if Steele can kind of settle down. After one inning, we've got 412 expected batting average versus 139 for the Cubs. So, yeah, let's see. Make sure you're leaving comments. We can chat during the show, chat during the game. and just talk about um, all the different things going on. So uh, um, yeah, let me know what you guys are up to. It's a tough opening series for the Cubs tonight. They've got two really good starting pitchers in in Arizona. They have they have obviously Galen, who's going tonight, who is to me, a perennial Cy Young candidate in the way that he's performed, and they also have Corbin Burns, which the Cubs are, luckily missing this time around in exchange for seeing Brandon Fat on Sunday, and yeah, like he's been pretty dominant versus the Cubs so far. Besides his first start where he gave up 3 home runs versus a very different Cubs lineup, but since then he's been very dominant, sinker ball pitcher. Um, so we're really going to need to see some changes from this lineup, from this group, as they try to continue to progress offensively this year. Let's see how healthy Nico looks. I'm hoping Nico is a little healthier this year. He's going to have to manage his health most this year. He obviously had the wrist surgery this offseason. So 5 of 7 games is the expectation. That's super interesting. Thanks to the 54 of you who have joined and are watching Cubs with me tonight. Um, yeah, I like to keep the baseball savant on. They get an idea of some of the advanced stats going on, how hard guys are hitting the ball, what kind of bad luck they're getting into. Yeah, so far, Zach Gallons looks pretty strong. Velocity pretty solid, 93.6. Now Nico hit that pretty solid. Um, yeah, nothing to write home about. Just need to get the bats going. They really do. Definitely been concerned most this offseason with the Cubs offense. All right, let's see PCA. My guy Cole Wright calling a 50 stolen bases and 20 ding dongs for PCA for this year, and yeah, I'd love to see that. It's already got a really high floor, wins above replacement wise, just because of the glove. If he can become something offensively, that'll be great. All right, Cubbies. I feel like all of Cubs Kingdom needs a win tonight. There we go. PCA walk. Didn't have that on my bingo card for the game tonight. All right, let's see what kind of movement we get. Honestly, I love now that I think about Matt Shaw and his ability to hit to the right field with PCA on first base. Some real hit and run potential. Umpire's doing a real good job so far. There's a lot of Not a huge fan anymore of the strikeout box. Would like get a better idea of how an ump's calling a game versus what the computer is telling us the box is. And there goes PCA. And that bias is easily stolen. He almost deked him. Whoa. That was almost bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. This PCA is scooting. If he takes some walks, that's going to be huge this year. Yeah, that was a really good move by Cattell right there. All right, 3-0 on Shaw. Let's get a run here. Man, second, one out. Get the ball in play. Let PCA, cause some havoc. That's what I want to see. All right. PCA walk. And we got another walk for Matt Shaw. See what Miguel Amaya does here. All right, let's get this ball moving. There we go. All right. Yeah, like I said on Bleacher Bunch tonight, like when you get in these situations with a guy like Zach Gallen, you gotta take advantage of it. You're not gonna get you're not gonna get a lot of situations where he gets himself into trouble. Maybe the Cubs can get some runs here, and then Steele settles in. That'd be really nice to see. So, what are you guys thinking? What are your predictions if you're watching? Like, what I got the Cubs in 92 wins, and that is the Cubs staying in the playoff race, in leading the division at the All Star break, and making some major moves using their financial might to acquire some guys that might be available. What do you guys think? What are your expectations for the 2025 Cubs? I would love to see really aggressive production from the bottom of this Cubs lineup. 10 balls in a row for Zach Gallen. I wonder how many times that's happened in his career. He's a very good pitcher. Wow. He's fighting his command. We got Happer if you Oh wow. Oh, come on. Oh no. Oh no. That ball was low. Oh man. Merry Christmas, Zach Gallen. I don't even think that's that great of a frame. Oh no. All right, now we need a clutch base hit from the Hap Daddy here. Yeah, see, I if you don't get that last pitch called, does a Maya swing at that pitch? Such a big call in this inning. Hey, Happer. Oh man, you almost saw me jump out of my pants there. I'm definitely I'm gonna say I'm a homer of a Cubs fan. Like I'll shout at the TV if they do something really good. I'm gonna jump up and down. So like if you like that kind of stuff, like stick around, man. That's what we're gonna do. But maybe in between innings, we'll do some walkarounds of the Cubs. My Cub Cave. Um, Wherever you're watching tonight, thanks for hopping in. Um, if you're on Twitter and you're leaving messages in the chat, I might not mention be seeing it. If you are on YouTube, hop over to the Bleacher Bunch YouTube page and interact with me there. I'm going to be able to see the comments. Or if you're on Twitch, thank you for joining in. But opening day part 2 versus the DBacks. Apper seemed to be sitting in that breaking ball. He struck out on a high outside fastball in the first at bat, looking. Yeah, pretty obvious strike too. Yeah, look at that expected batting average on that pitch or that ground out by Miguel Amaya. Let's hit that thing right into the freaking ground. Jeez, not ideal. All right, come on, Cubbies. Oh, ball 2. If Ian Happ hit a ding dong here, I would be extremely happy. Like, there we go. There we go. Send him. Send him. Woo! Hap Daddy. 1087. Smoked. He's sitting on that curveball. He hit it too hard the first time, made the adjustment. Look at this swing. Oh, man. Man, I like the bottom of this lineup of Shaw PCA and giving Ian Happ, a lot of these types of at bats. If they get on, some speedy guys get the ball in the play. There we go. King Tuck. Ugh. Give that man his money. Tom Ricketts, this is for you. Pay that man. Pay that man. We need that guy. That's funny. He smoked that first ball. That one I bet has pretty low expected batting average. Yeah, 74 miles per hour. I'm expecting batting average 850. Okay, probably the placement of the ball. Yeah, 42 pitches for Gallen already. That's awesome. 3-1. Hey, Gallen not looking sharp. Exactly what you want to do to a pitcher like this. I know it's opening day, and he'll probably get sharper as the year goes on, but you don't want a guy like this to get comfortable or locked in. Like, changes everything. Good pitchers, when they get locked in, stay locked in. Tonight's Chicago Cubs Lucky Charms is quite literally Lucky Charms. No free ads. But I love Lucky Charms, and Stan's got that look right now that he's pressing. I know it's a strike, but he's definitely trying to pull that pitch. Thanks for joining me. If you're joining me, just about 57 people have hopped in to watch with me tonight. Strike 3. That's a strike, dude. All right. 3 runs. We'll take it. Going to a break. Hey, let's go on a fun little tour. Let's walk around. Stretch the legs. Show you a little bit of the Candy Cup Cave. Just recently picked up this guy. Was super excited to find him. Super random, but it's a 12-inch of the old McFarlane series, Sammy Sosa. Started collecting covers of video games of players I liked from my childhood that weren't Cubs. And as many of you know, if you've been a Cub fan for a long time, like, the Cubs have not necessarily always been good. So you kind of fall in love with different players and different teams and different moments as the Cubs didn't compete regularly, and that obviously is frustrating. Here is the Candid Cub Hall of Fame, Kerry Wood, Sam Brown, Ryan Sandberg, Mark Pryor, Nomar Garcia-Parra, one of my all-time favorites, and Deaux, of course, Theo, the man, the architect, Ronnie Santo, and of course Sammy Sosa, with more to come in the future. Yeah, it's a nice quick tour. I've got my little baseball video game shrine right here. Um, Derek Jeter, one of my favorite non-Cub players. Loved watching him play. Was not a power hitter. Played the game really hard. Like I was never a power hitter. I tried to play the game really hard. I wasn't very good. I'm not going to pretend like I was a good baseball player. It's one of those people who loved the game more than I was good at the game. So, um, yeah, that's a little bit of the Candid Cub Cave for you guys that are watching in between innings here. So, all right. Oh boy. And Steelers not look sharp. Cub killer, Eugenio Suarez. Just Eugenio, as Petties would say. Oh man. Oh, he's just JD just said it right. Like that's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of balls in the air for. Oh man, that sucks the life out of me. All right, 3-2. Here comes Grichuk, another Cub killer per Danny Rocket. 92. Now 111 off the bat for Eugenio. Believe it or not, that's 1,000 expected batting average. Who knew? There's only been one whiff in this game. How about that? Oh man, how you guys feeling? Tyson Miller. Okay, interesting. The Tyson Miller injury. I mean, he obviously like. I'm not claiming that they're saying that he's not really injured or those type of things. It's just he there's some guys that don't have options. You don't want to really give up pitching depth. So and Steele looks like he's fighting it tonight. He's only thrown 23 pitches. That's surprising to me. Is he pressing? Is he rushing? Gotta see this. Oh man, Yeah, I'd like to see the Cubs hold on to this lead. I don't know how much depth we're going to get out of stealing this game, but yeah, the ball. JD had mentioned it already in the broadcast. Like the ball has been elevated, and Justin Steele when he's right, he's hit the ball's getting hit in the ground. Thanks for joining. I see a bunch of new people joining on. If you're on Twitter, hop over to YouTube or Twitch if you want to chat on the broadcast. I can see your comments, post them on here. If you're watching, feel free to drop your thoughts on the game and take a deep breath, Justin. Is he not extending that leg? He's not fooling Kritchik either with anything right now. These are players that have historically hit lefties really well too. So that is that is a component of it for sure. Yeah, it's Booze now talking about a moment early. Um, Nico, we go. There you go. That was also smoked, and we're not really fooling anyone, Justin. And I didn't have this game as going to be in a high scoring affair, but there are 5 runs first 2 innings thus far. There goes J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, strike on that call? I called ball one. Okay. J.J. McCarthy's the quarterback. Lieutenant Dansby? Yeah, thanks for joining. I see about 94 people in here right now. That's awesome. Feel free to leave messages in the comments. If you want to chat during the game. Um, I'll post comments that hop in. Yeah, welcome to opening night part 2. If you are new to my content, come check out the Bleacher Bunch Cubs Fan Network on YouTube. Also, come check out my podcast. It's Bricks Behind the Ivy. We have our own feed, or you can join the Bleacher Bunch feed, which has a bunch of awesome shows, including Cubs PS Plus, the Bleacher Bunch Show, Baseball Rabbit Hole. There you go. Yeah, Justin's not exactly fooling nobody. Let's hope he can settle in. He's fighting his mechanics. It's clear he's fighting stuff. Still only one swing and miss by either pitcher in this game. Um, Justin's hard hit rate is not something you want to look at right now. 95 miles per hour plus is the hard hit. And yeah, I mean, he's given up a majority of his contact has been defined as hard hit. That Padroma one was a 105.6. So when he's getting outs, he's still getting a lot of hard contact. Look at the expected batting average because of that 494. Roof's open. Does a ball fly in Arizona if the roof's open? I feel like it's a solid question. A commercial break. How you guys doing? 125 Cubs. Let me see those win predictions in the comments. I want to see how many wins you think this team's going to get. I said earlier, I think this is a 92 win team. I think that they'll be around and alive in this division that's not super strong by the All Star break, and they have the budget to make some pretty significant adjustments. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, go Cubs. Also, what are you guys drinking? What are you snacking on tonight? What's your snack of choice during Cub games? I'm quite literally eating Lucky Charms. If you missed it earlier, my Lucky Charms tonight are Lucky Charms. So it's I do remember that. The beginning of Bush Bay last year. That was my boy. If this offense is going to be really solid, Michael Bush is going to need to have a pretty impressive year. Bush. Oh wow, that was an in between excuse me swing by Bush right there. I think it's funny that opening week is brought by eBaseball Pro Spirits, um, which like has a very prominent and successful Japanese game made by Konami. When MLB The Show just came out this week, the only U.S. based MLB video game, just feels weird. I feel like you should have MLB The Show be your opening week sponsor. That's just me, but I mean, Major League Baseball fumbles the football advertising wise so often that like this is not even a surprise. So, ooh, that was a tight curve. Yeah, Cubs finished this 4 game set and they go to Sacramento to see the A's, and then they come home to face the Padres. Not an easy start for this club. Oh, that bat did not die a hero. Oh, that exploded. Hope we packed enough bats. Gonna need more bats. I prefer when bats die a hero. 78.6. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I like to extend this inning and get another long inning for Galen. There we go. That's what you like to see from Nico. When Nico's right, that's what he's doing. He's in that ball the other day. That's yeah, he hit that hard. 101.5. Good job, Nico. I think we're gonna see a lot of that type of offense from the Cubs. They just have those types of hitters. You got Matt Shaw seems to have an opposite of field approach. Can't believe PCA walked in his first at bat of the stateside. All right, Cubbies. All right, can we get another run here? Oh, PCA chaos. Both these pitchers, they're definitely playing command. That swing and miss from Bush actually. Yep. Now is that going to be a 3 swings and misses? It's not a good whiff rate for either one of these pitchers early in this game. Oh, damn it. Yeah, you got a hold of that one, but Cubs don't do much. Get a single from Nico Horner and head to the bottom third. Still 3-2 good guys. If you're just joining the chat, thanks for coming in. If you're on Twitch or YouTube, I'm going to be able to see those comments. If you're on X, I'm not going to be able to see those comments as well. For some reason, they don't show up. Yeah, let me know. What are you guys thinking? Do you think the Cubs, how many wins do you think Vegas has them at 86.5 as their line. Mm, I took the over as a call right on our show. Pagoda's got them at 91. I believe JD said 91 in his pregame. I'm going with 92. As I joke with Cole, it's I call it the Regauskas metric. I really just think that they're going to be able to stack some wins if they make some moves at the deadline. That's why I'm picking the 92 number. Um, but otherwise, right now, um, yeah, I just don't see the Cubs making that kind of move. So, what are you guys thinking? Put your guesses, put your thoughts in the comments, and the ones I see, I'll show the chat, so we can get a good dialogue going. Yeah, I'm so glad baseball is back. I've missed it. I don't know if I mentally I didn't really count the Tokyo series. It's so early. I didn't want to put a ton of weight in those games, knowing that if they lost them, I would have to sit for an entire week. Extremely disappointed with this team, which I mean still ended up happening, but I don't think there's same severity as it has in the past. Well, thanks so much for joining. And if you've listened to Bricks Behind the Ivy before, or if you've downloaded it, watched on YouTube, all of those things, like thank you so much for all of your support. It's been a tougher few weeks for me. I was laid off from my job earlier this month, and yeah, I don't think anyone expects that. And took a pause to kind of get my life together and make sure that I was doing things for the right reason and really plan my next attack and make sure that I was doing this for the right reasons. And we're back. We're back with Bricks Behind the Ivy. And I'm glad to be back working with the Bleacher Bunch and all the talented people over there, Danny and Sarah and Mike Cotton, Mike Waller. I'd like to see a swing and miss from Steele this inning. Still doesn't have one. Been hit really, really hard. Gallon hasn't looked good either, which is great news. Both these teams. There we go. His first whiff, first K. That's good to see. Finally got a whiff. Whiff number one. That's it. That one had that real depth on that slider. Yeah, JD said the same thing. A real depth on that slider. That's when he's working. He's able to manipulate that pitch in a bunch of different ways. That's gotta be a hard pitch to call, that outside slider as it comes across the plate like that. I feel like as an umpire, I would call that a strike so often just because of how it breaks. Yeah, this guy's still kind of a stud. He had an amazing first year in the league. Or he dropped off. But yeah, look at his second half as they're showing on marquee broadcast right now. Looks like he's trying, to get him inside, maybe get another strike inside, and then spin him away is what I'm guessing the plan is here. See how the power's on for Corbin Carroll. Yeah, he's struggling finding that fastball up and in or inside right now. Oh man. Come on, that was interesting. Yeah, I gotta see this. Jesus. Hey, it looks like split the spots like 65 grand tonight. Jeez. So you give him a ball? There you go. All right, looks like he might be finding some command of that slider. It's got some good depth on it right now. And our first whiff of the night this inning, striking out Cattell in that whiff. That's good to see. All right. Why don't you go down and in with that slider? Mainly down. If he makes contact, that should go right in the ground. 6-4-3. If it's in the dirt, then it's in the dirt. This guy has a pretty good power stroke. As we walk in pregame, he has touched up Steele, but in limited at bats. All right, well. Wow. I can't believe Bush hung on to that ball. See the John Lester right there in that throw. All right. No review. We'll take it. Honestly, I'm glad he knew not to throw the second there. Get it out. There we go. Can it dance me? All right, boys, let's go get some runs. Got Matt Chu, Amaya, and the Hap Daddy. If you're just joining, thank you. Eating my lucky charms. But in the comments, let me know how many wins do you think the Chicago Cubs are going to have in 2025? Vegas has the line at like 86.5. What do you think? Over? Under? Think we're going to hit 83 wins 3 years in a row? Let me know. And if you have not seen, if you subscribe to the Bleacher Bunch Network and leave comment hashtag Brickhead under the Cubs preview episode that I did with Cole Wright, if we get to 1,000 subscribers on that channel by the end of the month, one lucky person who put hashtag Brickhead is going to get 2 free Cub tickets. And buy 2 tickets to a Cubs game from the list I provide you. So enter. You could win free tickets. I could buy you 2 Cub tickets. I think that's pretty sweet. How's everybody feeling today? About to be in top of the 4th. Justin Steele got some guys that hit it in the ground. We saw him get his first swing and miss. It's good to see. Not a lot of guys. Not as many hard hit balls that inning. Obviously a walk. First inning without a ball that would qualify as hard hit for the Diamondbacks. So that's, I guess, an improvement for Justin Steele. Yeah, honestly, sometimes at this time of year, my preference is that these guys are just healthy. Like I just want to see them healthy more than anything else. I don't really care about anything else besides their health. Which sounds kind of dark, but yeah, I prefer just the health. Coffee mugs are being half. Predictable. All right, come on, let's see if we're awesome. Ooh. All right, come on, Shaw. It really is interesting looking at Shaw's batting stance. That foot. There's no way that's comfortable. No way. Look at that front foot. Ouch, Bible. That. Oop. All right. You think he looks pretty balanced at times. Sorry, I got to walk today. Like to see that. I always like to see young players walk. Right. Come on. Ooh. I think he had the bad one. Let me see here. Hmm. That's some more whiffs for Zach. Zach's locking in. Cubs gotten there. The curveballs seems to be very successful. 4 whiffs tonight. Let's take a look. What's the pitch types? Look at results. I like to see what's going on with the. Okay, you did not go. How about that? Hmm. What do we got? Oh wow. Yeah, here's Gallon knuckle curve. Really, on the righties, he's hitting the lefties. That's where Ian Happ really hit that ball hard. Going far. Magnet's scheduled next Friday. Still looking picture. I like the picture. Like him on Happer. I wonder if he dares throw Happer a breaking ball here. That was a good frame job by Moreno. Moving the hands in the direction the plate as he receives it. There you go. That's 3 fastballs with that bat. I don't think Happer is going to get he's going to get spin. Yeah. Is that changeup? Happer! Let's go! Happy! How about I wake my kids? Sorry, I get weird, very excited. 109. Man, he's dialed in first. I didn't think he was getting spin. I think he was looking fastball and was going to fight off the breaker if he got it there. And he got the fastball, and they got a cut fastball. I like the Hap to get 30 home runs. It's such a cool number. I'm sure he would tell you the same thing. Tucker's had 2 nice at bats here. Oh man, he's called a few of those. Yeah. Tucker's not going to expand his zone like Amaya if that pitch gets off. He's going to wait for his pitch. Yep. Gallon's not going to give in here either. I don't think with spin. Or two. I like it. Ooh. I do like that. JD's been or Boog's bringing up a good point. You could write down almost like on the back of a piece of paper what Ian Happ's going to do for you. I love that in a ball player. Like that's not gonna. Like, it's not sexy, but oh, nice fighting that off. He did get that. That was sharp. That was a sharp knuckle curve right there. Might have had the most bite of what I've seen this year or this evening. Man, I'm gonna really enjoy Kyle Tucker at bat. Once again, Tommy, if you're watching this, Jed, whoever the hell's gonna get it done, sign my boy Kyle. Let's keep that guy around. This message has been brought to you by Candid Cubs and Bricks Behind the Ivy. All opinions are my own. All right, we got Seiya. Seiya's still a lot of spin. I don't mind Tucker stealing here. We could always lead off Suzuki. And if he gets there, it's easier for Tucker to score on a base hit with 2 outs. I like the call. Kyle Tucker's like steal rating and MLB the show. Not that like it's got 33 speed, but his steal like steal rating is like 75. It's amazing for a slow guy. Just missed that. All right, one more. Yeah, Jim DeShays and Taylor McGuire went to Japan and they brought us back Boog. Take that what they will. Yes, there was under that. Look at that. 97.5. Hard hit. 45-degree launch angle. Damn. It's only a home run in 22 of 30 ballparks. I guess that makes sense. This one said the flyout by Kyle Tucker is a home run in one ballpark. It's not telling me which one it is. I was wondering, ironically, if it'd be Wrigley. Um, I guess we'll find out. All right, so they got Zach Gallen to 83 pitches. That's good. He's got 5 whiffs. He's settled in a little bit. Subs have touched him up when they can. That's always good to see. Love seeing Hap Daddy Doggers. So Ian Happ's having a really nice game. It's gonna be really easy so far to kind of name him. There we go. Only 90. Watch that velocity this inning. See what's up. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Like I said, if you're just joining, just put in the comments how many wins you think the coaching is here. Damn, 50-50's up to 75 grand out in Arizona. Good for you guys. That's a lot of cheese. I'd take it. I could figure out something to do with that money. I'd give Home Ec another shot, as they say in Superman. Yeah, was too deep. .3% in zone rate. I was thinking like that was stung. I'm curious what's different about. Take a look at like some of the details post game. I'm interested in what's different about what Justin Steele is doing tonight and why I seem to be getting hit so hard. Not gonna. All right, please be careful with this guy. Oh, there we go. Wow, nice sliding snag and getting up. That was tagged. Yeah, 105. I don't think you can't let Steele see Suarez again. He hit a nuke in his first at bat. Hit a missile that was likely really efficient use of his movement for Tucker. I like to see Steele lock in. I just don't. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that fan 109. Jeez, he's getting tagged. Oof. What is this hard hit rate tonight? .48% between these two pitchers. That's really high. That's so high. One out. Shoving in Lucky Charms like it's my job. That saves this the Cub game. There we go. Justin seemed frustrated with that pitch. He was called a strike. There we go. Big strikeout there. Only second swing and miss of the night. Both times it's been on a slider. Almost could tell Marte really nice depth on it. That one was tailing away, set him up with two fastballs on the outside, and big at bat here. Obviously, only the fourth inning, but you can get out of here. This swings momentum. But Justin seems frustrated every time that pitch comes inside, and isn't immediately a strike. Like he's dismissing it with his hand. Like body language is not great. It was a good slider. That was a good take. Oh man. Another strike. All right, come on, Justin. Let's go. Let's go, Cubbies. Let's go, Cubbies. Ah, damn it. That's a tough play. Irony does not escape me when you give up absolute rockets, and then it's the bounding ball that drives in the run. Pretty solid play by Shaw. I don't think like good transfer. The drama moves pretty good. All right, this is our first Magic Tommy Hotovy meeting of the year. I don't think you can gamble with that though, even if it side spins a foul. Like I see what JD's doing. Yeah, I don't agree with that JD on that one. This is a much more dangerous hitter though. You did get him to strike out, but yeah, had a huge season last year. 36 ding dongs. That's wow, 18 home runs versus lefties. We have Juan Soto on that list. Lefty hitter, 13 ding dongs versus lefties. I mean, it's a great hitter. There you go. 4-3. Got out of it. We survived. I will survive. All right. How's everybody doing? Just stretch. I'm gonna stretch myself up. Ugh. Getting tired. It's no quitter though. watching the end of this Bulls game. All right. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna get comfy and watch me get comfy. Still only 2 swings and misses for Justin Steele. It's not what you want to see. Let's take a look at Justin Steele's baseball savant page real quick. See what is a standard whiff rate for Justin Steele? Like, is he falling below his career averages? Yeah, if you look last year, he's got good fast run value, pitch run value. His breaking pitches get good value. He's never had high end velocity. Managed contact really well. Yeah, his whiff rate's not that great. Hit rate's fine. Doesn't walk guys. But guys don't usually barrel him up. Right now, they're barreling up. All right, development right now in this game. Yeah, no more Zach Gallen in this game. Might be a victory for the Cubs. Ryan Nelson is now in for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, let's take a look at what this guy's got. There we go, base hit. Bush Bay. He was a starter last year. 10-6. Pretty solid fastball. Does not strike guys out. Does not get a lot of swing and miss. Doesn't walk guys. Four-seamer, cutter, change, slider, curve, sweeper. All right. You guys, you get to watch me lay down and watch this game now. Ooh, dance me with the cutter. Come on, Dansby. At the next commercial break, let's hop around the league and see what was going on in the rest of baseball. Obviously, the full day of Major League action. 96, man. All right, he's coming out hot from the bullpen. That's what you like to see if you're the Diamondbacks. Ooh. Not a good at bat for Dansby there. Not a good at bat. Thanks again. If you are joining us, we are still sitting here hosting MLB opening day part deux. Yes, part deux. We are still hanging out here as the Cup game goes on. And Nico Horner 1-for-2. And is he? Oh, man. Hung up enough. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that hit Michael Bush for that. And he stung that. As he wants to try Michael Bush 117. Cubs are getting some pretty solid contact in this game. We like the expected batting average. There haven't been too many ugly at bats in this game. Is Crow Armstrong still hitless in this season? I believe he is. I think he was 0-for-7 in Japan. There we go. Oh, mooch now. The only thing that sucks is that he's got Michael Bush in front of him, so he's gonna have to stay up for his base. Thanks for joining me. If you are joining me, yeah, we've been talking about how many wins we think the Cubs are going to get this year. Obviously, I've gotten way more comfortable. I'm sitting here live from the Candid Cub Cave, leaning back, getting comfy. I like the at bats from PCA tonight. He's hit the ball pretty hard. That was 100 off the bat. He smoked that ball 100.8 fly out last inning or 2 innings ago. Here's some velocity for Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw in Japan looked like he was struggling mightily with velocity. Hey, let me know what your opening day tradition is. What you're eating, what you're drinking, what you do for opening day. What's the jersey you're wearing? I am wearing a Bricks Behind the Ivy Adidas sweatshirt that is available on the Bricks Behind the Ivy store. Super freaking comfy. Also, shamefully promoting my Cubs podcast. Man, once again, I want to see like that foot, that Matt Shaw foot. That cannot be comfortable. The dude is in the majors and is hit everywhere he's gone. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell him what to do. Like he is doing it on my TV. I'm sitting here criticizing him. So clearly he has won. All right, he is getting a lot of upstairs cheese. Nelson's got a slider. I can see him throwing a slider in this next count. He's got the 2-2 pitch. Trying to elevate him, tied up. Feels like a pretty crafty type of veteran move. No, but outside. Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb, Patromo. Yeah, way to go, PCA. Yeah, he's there. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he's that. I love that crap. Like, look at like that extends this inning. It's gonna give Amaya a shot to drive in some runs here. That's great baseball. That's great baseball. All right, you got to get a run back here after giving up the run last inning. Got red hot Ian Happ on deck as well. Ooh, let's go, Cubbies. Thanks for joining me. If you're watching along with me here at Brooks Behind the Ivy on the Bleacher Bunch Network, I'm Jeff Candid Cubs Rogowskis. Oof. And he's really been, Nelson's really been featuring that high inside fastball. And Asheville did not hit that wall, 80 off the bat. And like throw my computer if they score. I have to like jump up and down. Well, Maya is not look comfortable in his at bats this evening. Come on. I'm pre sitting up, so I don't have to throw my computer. Can't afford a new computer. I love the ad for Dude Wipes behind home play right now. You know what? Major League Baseball fans who have the average age of 57 and a half, they need wet wipes for the bum holes. There we go. There we go. There we go. He dropped it. He dropped it. Run, 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 run. That's two. Oh, yeah. Woo. Wow. In and out. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Ooh, love it. 3 runs. I got half. All right. 7-3. I like it. All 7 runs tonight on 2 outs. You love to see it. Ooh. Hit the first home runs of the 2018, 2020, 2023, and 2025 season. You go, Happer. This inning brought to you by Dude Wipes. How you guys doing now? At 142 plus in watching the game. Thanks for joining. Love talking Cubs baseball. Love the Cubs. Love baseball. Yeah. Time for King Tuck. For you MLB The Show players. Is Happer, is he gonna be supercharged tonight? Hope so. How you guys feeling now? 7-3. I like it. Man, I mean, you can't say enough about PCA beating that routine ball to second. Padromo just did not respect the speed there. Lets him get into second base. Just awesome. I was really inside. Get mad, Tuck. With this ball to the moon. That's a nice drop to it. I didn't realize the pitching was that bad. Yeah, Sarah Sanchez was saying on Bleacher Bunch before this game in our pregame that this ballpark played pretty offensively last year. Roof is open tonight. There's been some hard hit balls tonight too. I mean, this tells you how Justin Steele has done tonight. Steele has 2 swings and misses. Ryan Nelson has only pitched this inning and it's 3 swings and misses. So Steele has not been super sharp. We've got a lot of hard hit balls. We're still collectively 50% of the balls in play have been hit 95 miles per hour plus tonight. That's insane. That's a lot of hard hit baseballs. Man, King Tut, he is very professional at that. He is fun to watch taking that bat. Once again, for this probably fifth time tonight. Nope, he's only batted 3 times. Jed, Tommy, pay the guy. Like, keep this man, please. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out play. See that guy in the Randy Johnson jersey with the like the vest with the purple sleeves? Those are the best version of the Diamondback jerseys. Oh man. How you guys feeling? After this inning, we're gonna go kind of take a look around the league and see what big days and talk talk other baseball while we wait for commercial break, but it might be for a bit because King Tuck's going to drive in some runs here and probably a pitching change. That's what I'm calling right now. Love to see that. Hope you guys are enjoying opening day. Happy opening day, part deux. Hope you're enjoying a beverage or whatever you do to enjoy your baseball. Damn, this is a good at bat. You spoiled some good pitches. Pitch seven at this at bat coming up right here. Put something in the. Oh, the eighth pitch? Did I miss a pitch here? Yep. All right, pitch number 9 coming. Hey guys, thanks for joining. If you've joined, close to 200 people watching at this point this evening. Leave some thoughts in the comments. If you're joining on Twitch, if you're joining on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. All for Bleacher Bunch content and Bricks Behind the Ivy content this whole Cup season. Oh man, good at bat. All right, I'll take some runs. Put the ball in play. Things can happen. All right, let's take a look around the league. We had the Athletics beating the Mariners tonight. Looks like Logan Gilbert, 16 whiffs. Man, Luis Severino earning that new contract. Hard hit balls. The buttons in play, 41.4%. That's pretty high. So how did we score? Tyler Soderstrom, solo home run. That is the extent of the scoring in this Mariners game. Earlier today, the Yankees beat the Brewers 4-2. Our friend Cody Bellinger drove in a run. Baltimore teed off on Toronto. 2 home runs for Adley Rushman, 2 home runs for Cedric Mullins. Boston squeaks out a win 5-2 in extra innings over the Rangers. And then we had the Philadelphia Phillies also winning in extra innings. I was watching that game earlier today. Cleveland in what is going to become very important games for the teams competing beats Kansas City in their first matchup of the year 7-4. Cam Smith gets his first major league hit. Congratulations to Cam, ex-Cub prospect. Got in the Kyle Tucker trade. They beat the Mets 3-1. Cincinnati loses late on a tater by I can't recall who hit the home run. Oh, it was Wilmer Flores. That's right. And they win 6-4, spoiling what is always a fun day in Cincinnati. My friend Andy, one of my dear friends from college, is probably sad, and that makes me sad. The Padres beat the Dodgers 7-4 today, and let's see, the White Sox actually won. Miami walks off today versus the Pirates. 5.1 from Paul Skeens. Bullpen comes in, blows that game. St. Louis beats Minnesota, and the Dodgers edge the Detroit Tigers. How about that? So Spencer Torkelson with a home run. Tommy Edman. Apparently, Tommy Edman is a home run guy now in perpetuity. Steele hits Carroll as we end up back. But yeah, that's around the league. Nice opening day. No rainouts. Lots of games going on. And we are back to Cubs Diamondbacks. All right. 70 pitches for Steele. They said they're going to use, he's probably going to be at 80, 85 today. We'll see what happens. You hit Corbin Carroll, the leadoff thing. Corbin Carroll's fast. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has hits lefties really well. This is going to be a big at bat in this game, and keeping this distanced as the Cubs lead here 7-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Nice Pearson is getting warmed up in the bullpen. All right, let's go back to our beloved Cubby game. That would be nice. Ooh, oh, there we go. All right. Come on, Justin. That's a beautiful image. I've heard rumblings that they want to replace this ballpark already. Oh boy. Nice. Straight up. A center cut. I could watch Peace gameplay center field all day. All freaking day. All right, we're gonna put some advertising about this thing. Make sure you like, subscribe. All right, if you are just joining us, thank you for joining us, and let me know in the comments how many wins you think the Cubs are gonna get. Vegas has us at 86.5. I'm going 92. That's gonna be my number. Um, make fun of me if I'm off. Yeah, let's see that. I don't like these D-backs uniforms as much as I like the purple ones from like their 2001 run. What is that? That is weird. Ooh, did you get him? Oh, no swing. Okay. I thought that was a check. Thanks again for joining me. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't seen, I'm giving away 2 Cub tickets. Yep, 2 Cub tickets. 2. If we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of April, and you have put hashtag Brickhead under. There we go. Wow, that was ugly. That was ugly, but I'll take it. Wow. Qualified Boston for the win. Wow. Dansby Swanson, originally drafted by the Diamondbacks and traded for Shelby Miller. How's everybody doing tonight? Cubs are winning 7-3 as we reach the almost 11 o'clock hour here in the Central, 12 o'clock if you are Eastern. Congratulations to you on hitting tomorrow if you're in Eastern time. Tell me what the future's like. If you are here on Central time, it is still very late. This is one of the benefits of being unemployed, is that I can watch the whole Cub game and not have many regrets. I think this was a good time as any to sign off. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. There'll be more opportunities for us to hang out, watch good games together later this year. But until next time, Andy Cubs signing off. Go Cubs. Hopefully we wrap up this victory.